Something came out of this room that was so unbelievable. And I had a feeling that it was going to hurt one of my children.
Olivia.
Dude, no way. Did you follow us here from our hotel? That was absolutely crazy.
Ooh, my hair is standing up on end. That creeped me out. Oh, whoa.
Because you tell people these things and they're going to think you're crazy.
The hell? How many of you are here?
15.
That was creepy.
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
You okay?
We never thought of the paranormal. We just thought of our little museum. But when I first came in to fix the place up, I felt a presence around me, and I didn't know what it was, and I didn't tell anybody that happened. Because you tell people these things and they're going to think you're crazy if they haven't had the experiences themselves.
We're here at Iron Island Museum, just getting ready to start the walkthrough, and as with the past few investigations that we've done, stuff is already happening before we can even get ready.
This place was a church that was built in the 1880s, a brick church. And that brick church was used until the 1940s when it was abandoned for about a decade. In the 1950s, it was purchased and turned into a funeral home and used as a funeral home for multiple decades as well. Now it's a museum dedicated to the neighborhood that it actually resides within.
Well, we started out as a preservation society. We had a small storefront down the street, and we're very active in the neighborhood, trying to save our park and everything. And the man who owned this building is Mr. Anthony Amagon, and he's a funeral director, and he has a lot of funeral homes in this area. And so he saw an article in the Buffalo News about the work our preservation society was doing, and he called and asked if we wanted his building for our museum. So he donated the building to us. We took it over in August of 2000. By October, we had it up and ready as a museum.
But when the organization that opened the museum got here, they found a surprise in the basement, something that they think may have caused some of the hauntings here inside the Iron Island Museum.
When we first started looking over the building, we went in the basement, and there was a room down there, and we opened the door and looked above, and there was a shelf there, and there were 24 cans of cremated remains, and they were just in little paint cans with the names and dates of death on the side. They were left here from the original funeral director.
Let's start with that basement though, because that is where the story of the haunting here truly begins.
Finish.
Finish or start with the basement?
Huh.
So Mr. Amagon donated the fancy urns and had a wake for them in his Delaware Avenue funeral home. He had a wake here. We went from here with over 100 Patriot Guard riders, his staff and hers and us, and they all have their proper burials down in Bath National Cemetery.
We're gonna go down to the basement because we're here to tell your story. There's gonna be people that are gonna watch this video so that they can learn about why they believe this place has strange and unusual things happening, and why they believe you stuck around here and you can still speak to people. So you can follow us around and you can speak to us all evening tonight.
Olivia.
Dude, no way.
Last night we did an investigation.
Yeah.
At the place that we're staying. That name Olivia came through the spirit box, not even the ghost tube. The spirit box during the Estes session came through twice.
Can you tell Ryan what your name is, please?
Olivia?
Olivia?
I love you was a woman's voice. Olivia. Second time, same man's voice said Olivia.
Wow. Olivia, are you here with us? Did you follow us here from our hotel? From your apartment? What are the odds of that?
That's very weird.
So one day I was in here alone and I was putting the kids' t-shirts into a box. I am a little leery because it's right where the spot where it happened. And I was kneeling on the floor and I looked in the hallway and there was a little girl in the hallway. And I could make out her plaid skirt and her shoes and socks. As I stood up, I could make out the top of her a little bit, but not that well. I got so frightened, I felt threatened. I thought she was going to kill me. She had her hands behind her back, and I thought she was going to come at me with a knife or something.
As I was sitting there with the blindfold on listening to the sweep, I kept just feeling like that I should be afraid that there was someone that was going to stab me in the neck from the right side.
That's very strange. There we go.
They came down here and discovered that there were 24 different people's cremated remains that were unclaimed and left behind down here in the basement, that were still here at that point. It's a very sad story. It's a very tragic story. But as we know, a lot of hauntings begin with tragic stories. You want to go up and see some of these viewing rooms that are now museum displays?
Yeah, let's do it.
Finish.
It said finish again.
Yeah.
Olivia.
False.
False. Olivia, if you're here, we are going to be here this evening. We are going to come back to the apartment. But right now, we're going to stay here in this building.
Another time, I'm a little nervous sitting right here because I was here alone, and then Linda came in, and I was sitting at the desk, and Linda came and stood over to the side of the desk. And I looked, and something came out of this room that was so unbelievable. It was bent over, and it was walking like this. And its extremities were like tennis balls, that size. The feet and the hands were like that. And the head was completely round. It had no features. And I had a feeling that it was going to hurt one of my children. I got home, and I had that feeling till at least 3 hours later. I couldn't get over that feeling that I felt.
So I believe this was one of the original rooms of the church, wasn't it?
So these walls were not put up until the funeral home came in and took over, and they sectioned off what would have been the worship area into multiple different viewing rooms for funerals. So you have to think, before the 1950s, these walls were not here. This was a big open stone church. So
this right here says this window, stained glass window, is found in the west wall of the building.
So you have to think, even if the different prayer kneelers and things were never used inside this building, it could bring back some of that residual energy.
Yeah, because this was, a very important place for a lot of people to come here and spend a lot of their time and energy. And
Poor.
And they spent a lot of their lives here. So it would make sense that there's some leftover energy here.
There's talk of an angry man in our upstairs. We had some young men from the neighborhood here doing an overnight, and they put their recorder up there, and they got a voice that said, "Die now." So when the psychic medium was here, he went up the ladder. He says, the angry man in the attic, his name begins with an E. He came down the ladder. He says his name is Edgar. A little while later, we checked our list, and we found an Edgar. So Linda, who was our president, checked the list, and she Googled all the names and found out Edgar and 7 others were veterans.
Bribed.
Bribed? Who's bribed? Edgar. If you're up here, Edgar, you're more than welcome to come out and speak to us. My name is Ryan, and that is Dave down there. We don't mean you any harm, and we come here today to speak to you, the day after Memorial Day, with the utmost respect and gratitude to you for the sacrifice that you made and the service that you provided in defending our country. And we would love to hear anything that you would want to tell us about it. Where? We're going to be inside the building. You can come down from the attic and talk to us, or we're going to bring some toys up here for you to use to speak to us.
Finish.
Really?
For the third time.
Something really does not want us in here.
They want us to finish up and be done. I don't know what it is.
I think a lot of the spirits are trapped in here because when they refurbished it into a funeral home, they closed up a lot of doors and windows. And someone came in during one of my tours and he yelled out, he says, the spirits don't know where they are. There's so many doors and windows closed up that they're trapped in here.
I believe that's about all there is to see here, isn't it?
That's it. That is the whole building here. So, yeah, let's start gathering equipment up, get the things that we need to get done, and set up for an abandonment so that once the sun goes down fully, we can start investigating and hit the Iron Island Museum the way it was meant to be investigated, and hopefully capture proof that this place does have paranormal activity and that there are spirits that do call this place home.
Let's see what the spirits of the Iron Island Museum have to say.
Murdered.
Murdered.
Who is this? Can you give us your name?
Friend.
I don't know what that is. Are you one of the soldiers that was found in the basement? Is this Edgar or one of the other soldiers whose remains were in the basement?
Window.
Window?
The window, remember?
Yeah, we just literally pointed out a window over here that was found in the wall. That window was found in the wall of this building, found in the west wall. Well, we're gonna get some toys ready, and here in a little bit, we're gonna set them up for you to use to speak to us, and we'd love it if you'd come out and talk to us. We'll talk to you soon. So we are getting ready to leave for abandonment. We have every single floor wired with static cameras so that if anything happens within the Iron Island Museum, we'll know about it while we're gone. We're going to be gone for about an hour. Here on this floor, this is the hallway where Marge said she saw the apparition of a little girl that was quite suspicious. So we have the EDI plus meter, the REM pod, a cat ball if there's any fluctuations in temperature, static, magnetic fields, any vibration. All of this equipment is going to pick up on it. Up above my head in the attic, we actually have an action cam out in the middle of the floor, shooting the whole floor up there, along with a MEL meter, which has the REM function for static detection. And that also picks up on ambient temperature as well as EMF. And there's also another cat ball, one of those vibration balls. If anything touches or moves or steps next to that ball, that's going to light up. And down below my feet in the basement, we actually have a camera pointing all the way across, getting the stairs and that really creepy room back in the corner. There's the paranormal music box set up that's shooting an infrared laser which detects changes in temperature. When something of a different temperature steps in front of it, it'll actually start to play music. And we're gonna leave, take off, and see what the Iron Island Museum has in store as far as paranormal activity goes when it's completely empty. So, you ready, Dave?
I sure am.
Let's get going.
We're leaving.
This is a prime example of why paranormal investigations generally occur at night. Not because it's creepier, but because there's way less contamination during the nighttime hours. Almost all of our audio from this abandonment session is contaminated because we had to start conducting it at an earlier hour than usual when the rest of the world is still awake. And children were playing and screaming directly outside. The entire time. So now we have to rely on our equipment and visual anomalies during this abandonment session. And as far as the equipment is concerned, for the whole hour that we were gone, the cat ball in the attic was the only thing that was triggered, and that happened previously, just after we left. But 12 minutes into the abandonment, the camera on the first floor hallway captured one of the museum's infrared security cameras turn on, off, and then back on. Watching the footage for the very first time, we weren't sure if this was something unexplained or a malfunction, because this is the only time the camera turns on while we're gone. So let's see if it lit up before we left. Just before I started to show you our camera and equipment placement, Dave walked down the hallway to reset the REM pod settings. Watch as he walks past the camera. This proves that the camera is motion activated, but it doesn't answer the question. What triggered the motion sensor on this camera, causing it to turn on while the building was completely empty?
We've got everything set up right over here in the hallway, pointed down the main hallway outside of the 3 viewing rooms. We have the music box, the REM pod, and a few cat balls down the one hallway, and then a few cat balls down this side hallway as well.
Yeah, and that's like a wide angle action cam, so it's gonna get both hallways going down either side, so hopefully something goes off and something interacts with us, so.
Hopefully. Hello? Oh, wow.
What's wrong?
Just a creepy vibe down through here.
If you listen, there are children outside running around on the streets being very loud, playing right outside the front door here. So if you happen to hear on the audio voices, screaming, talking, children, unfortunately it's not paranormal. Hopefully when it gets a little bit later here, the community will start to quiet down a little bit. But it's a good example of why we investigate the paranormal at night, right?
Yes.
Everyone always asks us, why do you investigate at night? Is it because it's creepier? No, it's because you're less likely to have children screaming right outside the front door at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning, so. But yeah.
Much quieter. What do you think? You want to start in the far room down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
We may have to pick a different area to investigate. I don't think we're going to get anything done with that.
Yeah.
I know we just spent 45 minutes setting up all this equipment, but... Ooh, cat balls going off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not sure which one it was, but one of the cat balls was going off.
It was to your left.
Hello? If there's someone here with us, can you touch one of the balls again and make it light up? You just did it for us. Unless you wanted to do a Vox session in here, that way we didn't have to rely on audio.
However, yeah.
All right, so I just turned on GhostTube Vox. It works very similar to the same program that we were using during the walkthrough, but this time it uses the fluctuations in magnetic fields to choose where it sweeps the spirit box to. And sometimes you get intelligent responses like we did on the Haunted Majestic last week.
Well,
REM pod over there.
I learned.
That's nuts.
There it goes. Thank you. Don't forget about the cat balls.
Yeah, I know. They're going to be right here on this side of the hallway. Flick them. Flick them? That's what it sounded like it said. You can flick them. Heard the kids. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Heard the kids. That's creepy.
Can you go out there and scare those kids so they'll be quiet?
We got a voice, or we got a name. We got a name that came through the ghost tube on the walkthrough. The name Olivia. It's the same name that we got last night when we did an investigation of the place that we're staying. Who is Olivia? We got a cat ball right here, so just be careful.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
No, what did it say?
It went technology. Huh.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got cold chills.
The hell? You're not even leaning on that door. Oh, you heard? Can you shut this door that Dave is standing next to if you want it shut?
It sounded like something.
It did sound like something tapped on it.
Did you just tap on this door?
The hell? The hell? We're gonna come down to the basement later. We heard that there were, unfortunately and tragically, there were people's remains left down here in the basement for years. Did any of those people stick around here? Bring the book.
We're sorry that you were forgotten down there. That's not right. Can you tell us what your name is? Brooke?
I heard Brooke. That was creepy.
Brooke, how old are you, Brooke?
Seems to have quieted down over there. Maybe we can walk back.
That's what I was just thinking. Oh.
What?
I just came around this corner here and I'm not saying I saw somebody sitting there, but I had the presence of somebody sitting right here in this chair.
Is Is there someone sitting in this chair?
Say help me.
Couldn't tell, couldn't make it out. Marge said she saw a little girl right here in the hallway. Twin. She also said that she saw something terrifying where Dave was standing. Something that looked inhuman.
See, that's weird because
You weren't here for the interview. You weren't watching.
No, I was at a completely different part of the building. But I felt, as I was standing here, like, I don't even know what she said, but it felt like a looming, like 6-7 foot tall energy just came up behind me like that.
Huh.
That was weird. I did not like that.
Who is that looming figure that Dave felt behind him? And are you the same figure that Marge saw crawling across the floor like some inhuman creature? Are you in this room?
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It said, "What room?"
That was creepy.
What room? Ooh, my hair is standing up on end. That creeped me out. Are you in this room?
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
This room right here.
Evil.
That energy that Marge saw, that looming figure that Dave felt. Have you been here since before this was a funeral home? You asked what room. This all used to be one open chapel. Can you not see these walls? Do you want to move down to the basement and see if there's anyone that'll speak to us down there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Might be worth doing an Estes method spirit box session down there.
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's see if anything happens.
Married.
Married?
Freedom.
That's weird. Were you a veteran? I think they said there were 7 veterans whose remains were found down here in the basement. Thank you.
Giving. Yes. Whispery. Okay.
Wow. How many of you are here? There's a lot of voices coming through at once. Ma'am?
Friend.
Yeah, we're friends. We are friends, and we would love if you would come out and speak to us. What's your name? Or if there's multiple of you here, how many of you are here?
15.
What? Dude. 15? That's a lot. Can you tell me some of your names? My name's Ryan, that's Dave.
5 sounded like a young female.
5. What was this building used for?
Send. 5. Again, same voice.
You have to tell me what you mean by that. What do you mean by 5?
Feel it. It was that same little girl.
Are you the little girl that Marge saw? Are you actually a little girl?
Yes, same little girl.
Well, that's good to know.
The same man.
Same.
5. Man. I can't hear your questions, but I'm wondering if that was the same girl from last night.
The Mel just went off when he said that. Is this the same woman or girl that was talking to us last night? Did you greet us when we came to town?
It was. That was very weird. I just heard a voice come over that went,
Who's laughing? There's also one back there behind Dave in that other room. Can you touch that and make that light up so we know you're here? It's on the wall. Has pretty lights. It'll go from green to yellow to orange to red. That one will too. But I'm talking about that one.
Olden or Golden.
So the little girl.
Say that again.
The little girl? The little girl that Marge saw. Is it the same?
Flynn.
Flynn. Let me finish that question. Is it the same girl that we talked to last night? Did you follow us?
Flynn for the second time, but it was a kid.
Flynn. Who are you? Who keeps touching that? Flynn, is that you touching that?
No.
Who's touching that then? Tell me a name. Who's touching that? Who's making that light up? Thank you for making it light up more. But who is that? Tell Dave through his headphones. Tell Dave through that box.
It's me, male voice.
Who is me? We'd love to know.
You can.
You can what?
Same little girl, high or 5 again.
The little girl that's here. These toys are fun. They light up. You can touch them. They make noise. Or we have balls around the room that also will flash and light up. What if I go stand by the stairs? Can you not light me over here?
That is.
Are there secrets in this building that they haven't discovered yet? If there's more secrets that they have yet to figure out.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
How long have we been going? I just don't want to overrun.
21 minutes.
Okay, do you want to keep this going or?
We've gotten some interesting communication, so.
Okay.
You want to go for another 5?
Yeah.
I'll tell you all about it whenever we're done, but just know that it's creepy.
Okay, I don't know if it has anything to do with it.
Yeah.
But maybe about 2 minutes ago or so, I zoned out. And then I got back into it. And for some reason, I just was very agitated with you. Because I kept feeling like you were coming over here to tell me it's over. And I kept getting agitated.
No, at no point during this process have I ever wanted to stop because you have been giving intelligent answers almost the whole time.
Oh, wow. All right, back to it. Headphones on. Hi.
Hello.
Little girl, same one. Immediately.
Did you know that Dave was putting those...
I'm scared. Whispered. Very lightly.
Let me start with the question that I asked right before Dave took the headphones off, because I feel like it's important. Are there secrets to this building that they haven't uncovered yet?
Gordon?
That's interesting. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be scared. We'll be friends. Marge said when she saw the little girl in the hallway, she was holding something behind her back. What was she holding? You really freaked her out. EDI Plus is going off.
Thought I heard no.
You found another toy, huh? Ooh, it is very cold over here by me now. I just got a sudden burst of cold air.
Help us. Whisper.
We'll help you. You have to tell us how, though. We want to help you. What can we do to help you? Everyone here wants to help you. Marge wants to help you. Linda wants to help you. We want to help you. We live far away, but we'll do everything that we can to try and help you. But you have to tell us how and what you need help with. But what we do know is that if you can't tell us now, Marge and Linda and everyone is going to watch this video.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Marge and Linda are going to see this video, and a bunch of people that will eventually come back here are going to see this video, so reach out to anyone that you can. And if we're not able to help you, if we can't find out how to help you, tell them. And I'm sure one of them is going to do their best to try and help you with whatever it is that you need help with whatever it is that you want to do. You okay?
That was the tightest mask I've ever had on. My eyes feel like they're bulging. Okay. Wow. Ending. I don't really know about you, but that was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that may have been one of the most intelligent Estes method spirit box sessions that we have ever done. That was creepy. So for our final session, we are going to be going to the room that is now their gift shop of the museum. In that back room is the ladder that leads up to the attic, and in that attic actually is where they believe Edgar, one of the veterans whose remains were found in the basement, they believe he resides up there. They've had multiple interactions with him up there. So I'm gonna climb that ladder and stick the SLS camera up there in the attic. See if we can capture anything.
This should be interesting. Let's give it a whirl.
What the hell?
Is there something on there?
Just mapped a figure in this room, but there's nothing really there that I could see that could possibly be misconstrued as a figure. It was right where the gift shop merchandise is.
That's interesting.
Huh. Something just popped up on that table again. But then disappeared, and I'm not moving it.
The gift shop is closed.
Oh, whoa. Dude, something was just on the floor and then it crawled up onto the table really fast and then disappeared.
Really?
Yeah. Remember, this is exactly the area that Marge said she saw that crawling figure.
The feet and the hands were like that, and the head was completely round. It had no features. And I had a feeling that it was going to hurt one of my children.
Who's that little girl that we kept hearing speak to us through that box when we were in the basement?
Have you been following us around?
There's a mannequin in this corner in there.
Yes. Is it mapping it?
Yeah. I panned over there and immediately mapped it. All right, time to climb this ladder.
Edgar, we're told that you spend a lot of your time up here in this attic. Ryan's gonna come up and try and talk to you.
Where?
Up in the attic.
The first word that it said, and we've been going for 5 minutes or more now. And we would love to hear anything that you would want to tell us about.
Where?
Where? Let me stand on here so it is stable. Okay.
Computer. Where?
Yes, we do have a computer.
Okay. Whew. Okay, Edgar. I got it up here now. Can you walk up to me? And use this, or stand in front of me so I can take your picture?
Who are they?
Who are who? I'm Ryan, this is Dave. We've been here all evening.
Hello, Edgar.
Robe.
Say rope? What rope? Can you stand right here in front of me? If you're up here, Edgar?
Edgar, Ryan's trying to communicate with you up there.
Are you here? Let's see if I can see further here. There we go.
Edgar, don't be afraid to come out and talk.
Apologize.
That's okay. You don't have to apologize.
I'm gonna go back down.
Go away. Talk to me.
What?
What'd it say?
It said go away and then talk to me. But what was weird was I was just getting ready to say I'm gonna go back down the ladder here in a minute.
Edgar, do you not want Ryan up there?
True.
True. All right. Well, I'll leave you alone then. I'll respect your wishes. I don't want to be bothering you. It may take me a second to get down, but I will leave you alone.
Thank you for communicating, Edgar.
If anyone would like to find out more information, you can go to our website, ironislandmuseum.com. Call us at 716-892-3084. You can go online and book an overnight. Our tours are Thursday nights at 6:30 and Saturday mornings at 10:30. And it's $5 a person. Everybody's welcome to come in 998 Lovejoy Street and visit the Iron Island Museum.
But on that note, we literally only have 15 minutes to pack up before we can get out of here. Our time is up. It's another early evening for us here on this investigation. But remember, all of you, if you're new here, to hit that subscribe button to turn on bell notifications, because we don't want you to miss a video. We got so many haunted locations coming up. We want to bring you along for the ride. Also, make sure to hit that like button and to share this video with your friends and family. That is all the support that we ask for and need. But if you would like to support the channel more, we do have a Patreon page, and also you can become a member of the channel. Let's pack this stuff up and hit the road here. We got a lot of things to do. We got a lot of places to see. We'll see you next time, guys.